Hey, so this is a really good question, and I think it's an important one to address because dogs do hide pain very well, and it can manifest in different behaviours, and that's something that I cover a lot in my consultations for dogs. And also humans, because I'm a human doctor as well, but humans can say, oh, I'm in pain. So when he went to have loads of diagnostics, we actually found that he'd probably had a fracture in his neck, as there's a sort of a disc joint between C5 and C6, and also in L3 and L4. Now, I've always been using different essential oils to keep him soothed as soon as I had any concerns, which is going back a couple of years, and I always felt he was really quite comfortable from that. And the real problem with him wasn't so much pain, it was just that his muscles were atrophying and he was becoming weaker, and that was causing the problem. When he went for all these diagnostics, and I found out that he'd actually had a broken neck when he had his original injury in Afghanistan 9 years ago, I was obviously then concerned about neuropathic pain. So he was starting on gabapentin, which I don't like as a drug. It can cause dogs to be very sleepy, and as well as being uncoordinated as well. But I tried to be really integrative and open, so I thought I would give it a trial. So he had a trial of that for 4 weeks, and I didn't feel it made any difference at all with him. I felt that what I was using essential oil wise and supplement wise was keeping him comfortable, and the main problem was just the fact that he was weaker, and he was that was the real problem. So he had his stem cell implants, and then because there's a possibility that the possibility that essential oils, because they're so rich in antioxidants, could interfere with the inflammatory process of the stem cells as they remodeled the joint, I had to stop using essential oils. And so I haven't been using them for a few weeks. In the few weeks, so I had to up his gabapentin to the dose that was originally requested. And in those few weeks, I've seen his mobility massively decrease. He has been crying. He has been struggling to move around in his bed, move around in the house. I pretty much have to carry him from his bed to the outside. I put him in the garden. He won't mobilise. He's having to sit down to poo. He's just not the same dog at all. The day after he came back from his stem cell treatment, he was really doing well. Obviously, the gabapentin hadn't fully kicked in then. So I've given it a good couple of weeks, and I've just become more and more concerned. So I've actually weaned him off the gabapentin, and we are now 2 days into him not having gabapentin at all, and he's doing so much better. And he's mobilising around the garden, doing his scatter feeding. He has managed to even get up a step in the house. He's lost a lot of muscle mass just in a few weeks, and so I'm really working to build that up with obviously increased protein and things like that. So I'm really pleased, and he's on no gabapentin now. He's just on Onsior, which is an anti-inflammatory, which I actually don't think has made any difference at all with it either. So I may stop that as well. I'm just gonna give it a couple more weeks, and then I'm gonna make a bit of have a bit of a review. So I use a variety of things with him. Once I stop the Onsior, I'll be adding in a polyphenol supplement. He's on digestive enzymes, which are really useful to have because they help release more energy from the food, and so you don't have to use the energy to digest. It can go towards healing. He's on different essential oils as well to keep him comfortable, that help soothe muscles and nerves. So quite a different protocol. Now, obviously, I do a lot with humans as well. So if you would like to learn some more about different things, do drop me an email. If you pop to my profile and click on the little arrows, there's a contact box there. Just drop me an email and I can reply in more detail and talk to you about human options. It's pretty much the same as the dogs, to be honest. That's the great thing about using essential oils. They're so multi-purpose, but it's, it's a lot of tweaking, and I've got a really nice protocol which you saw me doing last night. I also use red light therapy, which I've done other videos on as well. If you pop to my YouTube channel or my blog post, I've done blogs on red light therapy as well, which is really great for inflammation and is quite soothing, and obviously for him. So he has that every day as well, and then he has the oils put on top in the morning, and then he has the oils applied 2 more times during the day as well. So everything's working really, really well. So if you want to know anything more as well, like I said, about red light therapy, just pop to my blog. The link in my bio links to my pet blog, but my human blog is just www.thehealthfuldoctor.com/blog. But drop me an email and I can just send you all the links directly, so it'll be a lot easier. So I hope that's answered your question. Feel free to ask any more questions. I think it's good to have a discussion about pain, because I think especially with pets, they mask pain very well, and I also think with nerve pain in humans, it's not very well managed, and that's because it's actually really difficult to manage, and that's one of the reasons why looking outside the box at complementary medicines and in an integrative way can be so supportive, and it's something I'm quite passionate about as well, because I've got sort of chronic pain with my knees and things like that, and I still want to do my running, so I've had to really look outside the box. So I hope that helps. Bye.